three is you think confidence is either something you have or you don't have. I've talked to so many leaders who feel like they have to be born a great leader. They have to be born with confidence. Like it just happens naturally. And I'm going to come out and say this. There are people who are born as natural born leaders. There are people who are born with confidence. But that's not something that we need to focus on, because let me tell you, 97% of people aren't like that at all. They're all skills that you can develop. And as you go out and you do things that make you uncomfortable, you'll realize that that will help you. It's actually your greatest opportunity to develop self-confidence, all right? So if any of these three things sound like what the thoughts and stuff have been going through your head, I want to let you know you're a human, you've got a brain, and I want to show you how to make a different transition, make it go in a different direction if that's something you choose. But this is a normal part of the human experience. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just your brain is trying to trick you into not taking action, all right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to learn today, first off, what is self-confidence? A lot of people never slow down to identify things and to really understand, because once you understand what self-confidence really is, then you can see how you can generate it, all right? Then we're going to talk about how it actually works and why your brain is trying to work against you when you're being put into those new situations. And then also we're going to talk about how to take control of your self-confidence. This is what everybody wants to rush to, but I don't want to rush to it because I want you to lay a foundation so you understand what it actually means, all right? Now, for most of you guys, you don't know who I am. So I know that Aaron was talking a little bit about my 20-year police career is coming to an end very, very soon. I'm a sergeant from LAPD. I have 20 years on, and I am not the person who is in these pictures, even though I have transformed into that person, all right? My mentor says your outward success is a reflection of your inner growth. So Mark, previous to what I'm going to be teaching you guys today, he was very unhealthy. I was actually 100 pounds heavier than I am. I had no energy. I was very negative. It was very easy for me to spiral myself out of control. I lacked a lot of confidence. I was full of anxiety. Over here is also my wife, because she's also a coach with me as well. And really, when you see where some people come from, I hope that it gives you some kind of hope of like, hey, you know what, this is possible for me too. Because that person who's sitting here, or who's like looking at me and he looking at this webinar, he's like staring at me going, hey, you remember me? I do remember. And it was this desire of like me wanting to actually help, me wanting to figure out a different way that led me down to a different path, which is what we're going to talk a lot about here today. And that is really like the ability of understanding what's going on in here and how to frame this to get you to show up and to take the actions that you want to take, but not doing it in the way that I was initially doing it, which was burning myself out. And I didn't have time to exercise. I didn't have time to develop my confidence. I didn't have that time because I was spending it in areas that really wasn't the most beneficial to me, all right? And that's why I really want to talk to you guys today, because no matter where you are, you can definitely go from whatever level you are right now when it comes to confidence to that next level when you follow these strategies, all right? Now, I've written my international best-selling book, Mastering Your Life Through Self-Coaching. I've given these presentations to hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, and I'm a police sergeant for LAPD, where they actually get me to teach and train some of the top leaders in our organization. Yes, I teach the top leaders, the chiefs, the deputy chiefs, and I am just a sergeant too. I say just a sergeant too, but I'm much lower on the rank. But it has a lot to do with the ability of me generating that confidence and knowing that I can help people based off of my strength zone. And I'm going to show you and teach you how to do this today. Now, first off, I want to identify the difference between confidence and self-confidence. Two completely different words, but some people interchange them, all right? Confidence. Confidence is a feeling based on something that you've done before. So I have a bottle of water here, right? So if I have a bottle of water and I'm trying to like pour it into another bottle, like what are the chances, or how confident am I in being able to pour the water? Well, I've done it 1,000 times, so I'm gonna have no problem grabbing it and pouring it. Now, if you ask my kids, if I tried to ask my kids, like I'm not so confident that they'd be able to do that, but I can do that because I've done it so many times in the past that I just feel confident of doing it, right? So confidence, can you see, is based off of the past. It's based off of things that we've done before, which is great in some areas, right? If we've done that thing before, we're like, hey, we can take that and we can move it into the future. But what happens when you start doing things you've never done before? When you start taking on leadership roles, when you start putting yourself out there into a situation where you've never done this before, right? Well, you kind of like hold yourself back because you're like, well, I can't be confident. And that's why there's a difference between that and self-confidence. Now, Aaron alluded to it in the beginning. Self-confidence is being secure in yourself and your abilities despite any outside evidence. That means you have 100% confidence in yourself, and it doesn't matter what the outside world says. It doesn't matter if it's been done before. It does not matter.